Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video we are going to talk about k-map with don't care. Now let's look at an example. Let's say we have a function given f of a, b, c, and the summation of minterms is given by 0, 2, 6, 7, and also we have don't cares, that is 1, 3. Okay, now since we have 3 variables, we are going to have 8 boxes, because 2 power 3 we are going to have 8 boxes. Let's go ahead and draw the k-map. So this is going to be like this. Okay, so this is our k-map. Here we have variables a, b, c. So let's go ahead and put that one, a, b, c. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is 0, 1, and the locations are going to be, this one is 0 location, 1 location, 2 location, and this is 3, and this one is 4, and this one is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. Now here when they give minterms, these are the locations of ones, right? So we are going to plug 1 for the locations. At 0 we have a 1, at 2 we have a 1, at 6 we have a 1, and at 7 we have a 1, and the don't care locations are 1 and 3. So at 1 and 3 we have don't care. Okay, others are going to be 0, so these two are 0. Now let's see how to use don't cares. Now as the name mentions, don't care can be 1 or 0. It depends on how it's going to help us to simplify the expression. Now let's make this don't care 0 and see what happens. So if we make don't care is equal to 0 for both, so if both of them are 0, if we write the expression for sum of product, let's see what we get. So sum of product is what we look at the locations of 1, or we always try to combine 4, like it goes like 2, 4, 8, 16. 16 is better than 8, 8 is better than 4, 4 is better than 2, 2 is better than 1. Now if you look at this one, here we don't have any possibility of combining 4 because don't cares are 0. So we cannot combine this one with don't care. So we had to look at the possibility of getting 2. So here you can see these two can be combined together. If we combine these two together, a is not changing, b is changing. So a is what, 0. So we have to turn this one into 1. So we have to put a bar. And b is changing, so we cannot put that one. C is not changing. So C, since C is 0, we have to put C bar. And if you look at these two ones, these A, B are not changing. So we can put A, B, but C is changing, so we cannot put that one. So this is going to be the expression if the don't cares are 0. Now let's see what we get if we make don't care is equal to 1 for both. So if you make this don't care equal to 1, you can combine this, like we always look at possibility of getting 8, but for this one there's no possible 8. So the next one is possibility of getting 4. So if you look at this one, if we combine with don't care, since we make this one equal to 1, we can combine them. So this is going to be 4 combination, and also we can make this one with another 4 combination. And if we write the expression for this one, let's see what we get. So for the first 4 boxes, let's see what we get. A is not changing, so A bar, B is changing, and also C is changing. So A bar is the first one. Now let's look at the second box. A is changing, B is not changing. It's already 1, so we keep it as it is. And then C also changing, so we cannot put that one. So if you look at if you compare the expressions, when we change the don't care into 1, that is simpler expression than when we have x is equal to 0. So when the don't care is equal to 0, that's like larger expression than when the don't care is equal to 1. So it depends on the situation. If don't care help us to simplify the expression more, we can make this one into 1, and if it's not helping us to simplify the expression, we make this one into 0. Like this is for sum of product. So when we do the product of sum, we see whether it's making it 0 help us to simplify the expression, or we leave it as 1. So we can do in both way, right? Now this is one of the example. Now let's look at a big example, like 4 variables. Now let's get rid of this one. Okay, let's say we have a function given like this, f of a, b, c, d, and then sum of minterms is given by 0, 3, 6, 9, 11, 13, 14, and also the don't cares are given in the location 5, 7, 10, 12. Okay, now let's go ahead and draw the k map. Since we have 4 variables, 2 power 4, 16, so we had to have a box with 16 boxes. Okay, let's go ahead and draw the k map. Okay, we are going to have something like this, 4 boxes, 2, 4. Okay, and here also 4 by 4 box, 4 by 4 table. Okay, let's look at the locations. So here we can put, this one is what, this one is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and the given variables are a, b, c, d. So this is going to be a, b, this c, d, and here we can put 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Now let's look at the locations inside the table. The first one is 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are the locations. Now if you look at this one, if you look at the question, here we have locations of minterms. It means 1. So we have to put in all of these locations we are going to have 1. At 0 we have 1. At 3 we have a 1. At 6 we have a 1. At 6 we have a 1. At 9 we have a 1. At 11 we have a 1. At 13 we have a 1. At 14 we have a 1. And the don't care locations, 5, at 5 we have a don't care. At 7 we have a don't care. At 10 we have a don't care. At 12 we have a don't care. Others are going to be 0. So we can just leave it as blank, since we are trying to find out the sum of product. Okay. Now let's see how we can combine these things. Now let's look at the possibilities. So if you see this one, there's no possibility of getting 4. Even if you combine with don't care, there's no possibility of getting 4. So the next thing is we have to look at the possibility of combining 2. So this is one of the possible way. This one is one of the possible way to combine 2. And if you look at this one I can combine this way or vertically. But if I vertically combine, I cannot use this one, like it's unnecessary, because if you combine like this is already used, so not necessary to combine vertically, right? So it's already used. Now here we can combine the bottom like this too, and this one we cannot combine in any other way. You can think like this one, this corner and this corner, it doesn't work like that, because if you look at the location, this is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and if you look at this don't care, that location is 1, 0, 1, 0. So we cannot combine, because if we have 2 different numbers, it only has to have 1 different. If it's 2 different, we cannot combine, right? For example, if it's adjacent like this side and this side, it's going to be just 1 different number. If you look at this one, 1, 0, 0, 0, this is going to be 1, 0, 1, 0. So 1 different number. So this is adjacent and we can combine. But if it's like this and 2 different numbers, we cannot combine. So this is the one we have. Now let's go ahead and write the expression for this one, because we covered all the ones and this one is left alone. So we can just take this one as alone. Okay. Now let's go ahead and write the expression for this one. And if you look at this first, let's write the expression for this one first. So here we have 1, 1. This A is not changing, B is changing. So A is going to be here. And then here C and D are not changing. C is 0, so we have to put C bar. D is not changing, so d is going to be as it is because it's 1. Let's look at this one right here. This one, nothing is changing. All of them are 0, so we have to put bar for everything. A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar. Let's look at this one, this one right here. This is what we have 1 0 and 0 0. A is changing, B is not changing, but B is 0, so we have to put B bar. And also C and D are not changing, so C D, right? And the next one is the bottom one. Bottom one, A is changing, B is not changing, so we put a B. And then C, D are not changing, C is 1, so we put a C, and D is 0, so we put a D bar. Okay, so this is what we have: A, C bar, D, A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar, and then B bar, C, D, and then B, C, D bar. So this is going to be the expression of sum of product. Now let's look at another example. Let's get rid of this one and try a different example. Okay, so let's say we have a function given like this: f of w, x, y, z, and they have given the summation of min terms in these locations 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, and also we have the don't cares at these locations 2, 6, 10, 12, 15. Okay, now let's go ahead and draw the don't care table. Here we are going to have 4 by 4 since we have 4 variables, 2 power 4, 16. Okay, let's go ahead and draw the table. Okay, we are going to have 4 by 4. Okay, let's put the locations. Here we have w, x, y, z, w, x, y, z, and this one is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and the locations inside are going to be, this one is 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now let's go ahead and plug the numbers. At 5 we have 1, at 7 we have a 1, at 9 we have a 1, at 11 we have a 1, at 13 we have a 1, 13 is here, 13 we have 1, 14 we have 1, and the don't cares are at 2 we have a don't care, at 6 we have a don't care, at 10 we have a don't care, at 12 we have a don't care, at 15 we have a don't care. Okay, now let's look at the possibility of getting 8 out of this. There's no possibility of getting 8, right? We don't have any 8 altogether in this way or this way, any other way. So the next thing is we have to look at the possibility of combining 4 together. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We can combine these 4 together. That's one of them. And in previous one you can see we don't always need to use the don't care. We can make it so we left the others all of the don't care 0 in the previous one, right? But for this one it is helping us to simplify this one, so we can use this don't care to make a 4, and also we can use this one to combine another 4, and we have 1 left alone. You can combine in this way with all the don't care, or you can combine this vertically like this, or with all the don't care, or you can combine this like this. So there are 3 possible answers you can get from this. Now let's see what we get if we combine like this. Okay, now let's see what we get for expression. If you look at the first box, here w is changing, x is not changing, so we put x. And then if you look at the y is changing, z is not changing, so this is going to be xz. plus, if you look at the next box here, this one, W is not changing, so we put W, and then we have Z, that's not changing, Z, WZ. And if you look at the last box in the bottom, for this one W is not changing, and then we have Y is not changing, so we put WY. So this is going to be the sum of product for expression for this one. Okay, now let's look at another example. Let's get rid of this one. So let's say we have some max terms given, f of a, b, c, d. Max terms are given, that is 1, 11, 12, 15 with don't cares at these locations 3, 13. Since we have 4 variables, we are going to have 4 by 4 k-map, so 16 boxes. Okay, so 4 by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have, let's undo this and redraw this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we have A, B, C, D. Put A, B, C, D, and then this is going to be what, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and here also 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Now let's look at the locations inside. This is going to be what, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and here we are going to have 8, 9, 10, 11, and here we are going to have 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, here we have max terms are provided. Max term locations 1, 11, 12, 15. So these are the locations we are going to have 0. So at 1 we have a 0, at 11 we have a 0, at 12 we have a 0, at 15 we have a 0, at 15 we have a 0. Okay, and don't cares are at 3 and 13. At 3 we have a don't care, at 13 we have a don't care, and all the others are going to be 1. So this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So these are the things we are going to have. Now let's see how to find out the sum of product. Now to combine sum of product, we always look at the possibility of getting 8. There's no possibility of getting 8 right here, because we don't have any 8 together like this, or any other way, right? The next thing is we have to look at the possibility of getting 4. Now if you look at this one, 4, you can combine 4, like in the corner you can take all the 4 corners. When you have 1 in all the 4 corners, you can combine like that, like combine all the 4 together. Or let's look at another different ways. Like if you have something like this, you can combine this 2 in the top and this 2 in the bottom together also. Okay, that's one way. And then that's 4, we connected 4, and here also we have 4 right here, so we can combine these 4, right? And here we have 2, 1 left, and we can make this one 4 by doing this. And also we have 2 left. We cannot have 4 for this one, because if we have 1 right here we can make 4, but we don't have anything like this, so we just have to make 2. The next thing is 2. Okay, so we combine all these ones. Now let's look at the expression for sum of sum of product. For this one, A is not changing, B is changing, so this is going to be what, since A is 0, we have to put A bar. And then C and D are not changing, so C bar, C and D are 0, so C bar, D bar. And if you look at this vertical one, A and B are not changing, so 0, that's going to be what, A bar, B, and C and D are changing, all of them are changing, right? So we cannot write this one. And if you look at this bottom horizontal one, for this one all of the A, B are changing because 0 0 1 1 and B is going to 0 1 1 0, so it's changing, but C and D are not changing, so this is going to be what? C D bar. And for this one, this 2 here, A and B are not changing, so this is going to be what? A B bar. And also if you look at this C and D, C is not changing, D is changing, so C is C bar. So this is going to be the sum of product. Now let's look at how we can write product of sum. Let's use a different color. Okay, product of sum. So here you can see we don't need any don't care to simplify the expression. So when we don't need them, we left that one 0. So we left all these don't care 0. Now when we write product of sum, let's see whether this don't care is going to help us. Now if you look at this 0x, right, this is going to help us to make this one 2. So we can combine these two together because we know that 8 is better than 4, 4 is better than 2, 2 is better than 1. So instead of leaving this one as alone, we can combine with don't care and make it as 2, right? And then here we have these two together, we can make these two together, and also here we have these two together. Okay, let's see what we get for this expression. If you look at the first one, A, B are not changing and it's already 0, so we can just write C A B, and then actually for this one we have to add, for sum of product we multiply, for product of sum we add A B, A plus B, and then D is not, C is changing, D is not changing, and D is 1, so we have to put D bar. Okay, so this is first expression. Now let's look at this one here. For this one, A and B are not changing and it's 1, so we have to complement both of them. A bar plus B bar, and then C is not changing, D is changing, C is already 0, so we put C. And the last one here, for this one, A is not changing, B is changing, so A is 1, so we put A bar, and then C and D are not changing and both of them are 1, so we have to complement both C bar plus D bar. So this is going to be the expression of product of sum, right? So this is min terms, and this one is max terms. And that's how we do the K-map with don't care. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.